Page number 66. Matti's miracle continued. Lady Dorincourt rings the bell, and an old lady staggers in. "Oh, Nelly, can you make us some tea to go with this lovely cake?" "Yes, ma'am. Germans in this house. I never heard the like." "Take no notice of Nelly. She lost her husband in the last war." Over the next few days, Matti visits the big house often and keeps Lady Dorincourt company. "I know what you are up to, young man. You want me to bring your parents, don't you?" "Oh yes, I have forms. They would work very hard and you wouldn't have to pay them. We all could be together like a family. You could be the grandmother. Will you fill them in?" When Matti visited Lady Dorincourt house, she was very happy and she happily invited him inside the house, and Matti shared the German dish that he had carried with him. She then called for the housemaid and then asked her to make some tea to take with the cake that he had taken. She was the housemaid, and she was surprised to hear that a German came to the house. She actually had lost her husband in the last war. She too was a German. So after that, quite many days continuously, Matti visited the Lady Dorincourt's house, and somehow the lady understood the purpose of his visiting there. She told him that he wanted her to bring his parents. Then he agreed and said that his parents were suffering there, and that it would be nice that if she kept them in her house and they would work for her and she need not pay anything to his parents, and she could be a grandmother to them and they could live happily together. "All right, young man, leave the papers here and I'll think about it." Matti leaves that afternoon feeling more excited than he has in ages. But things change when he meets Lady Dorincourt the next time. "I have thought about it very hard. I would like to help, but dear old Nelly was so upset about it that I agreed not to do anything for the moment. But there is going to be a war. It may be too late in a while. Nelly can still work here. It's too much work for an old woman." Lady Dorincourt agreed, and Matti was very happy. But next time when he visited her house, she told him that she found it difficult to accept or to bring his parents because Nelly, the housemaid, did not like that idea. Then Matti tried to convince her that it would be all right to keep his parents because Nelly could be also there, and that she has become old, it would be too much work for her, and that his parents would be a help to her. "Now, Matthias, I am not in the habit of being told what to do by a child. The matter is closed." Matti returns home in the depths of despair. The weeks go by and he starts having problems in school and at home. He can't concentrate on his lessons and he hardly eats a thing or says a word. As each day passes, the situation is becoming worse and worse in Germany. One evening, the phone rings. Lady Dorincourt has suffered a stroke and is in hospital. Matti and Mrs. Williams decide to visit her there. "Now, you just listen to me. I'm not staying in this hospital with its ghastly food. I insist you to let me go home." "Now, Lady Dorincourt, please be reasonable. You need special medical care and the right food. If you can prove to me that you can have those at home, I'll agree to your living only then. Now, Matthias was very sad when he heard that the lady was not going to listen to what he had advised. So he lost his interest in studies. He was only thinking about his home, and the situation was becoming worse in Germany. He only thought about his parents and a plan or way to save them. One evening they got a call that Lady Dorincourt was suffering from a stroke and was admitted in the hospital. And they went to visit Lady Dorincourt. Then, to their surprise, they found that Lady Dorincourt was arguing with the doctor. She did not want to stay in the hotel and eat the costly food that they offered. And the doctor was not willing to discharge her. He insisted on her food. He told her that if you promise me that you would take the proper care or the proper food at home, then only he would discharge her. Mrs. Williams, did you hear that fellow telling me I have to stay in this ghastly place? The cheek of it. Well, my lady, you do have an excellent doctor and a wonderful cook just waiting to come over from Germany to give you just what the doctor ordered. It would solve everything, but I am still upset about the way Matthias tried to persuade me. Matthias, you would better bring me those forms to sign so that we can get your parents over to look after me. Oh, thank you, Lady Dorincourt, but it won't be easy for them at first. It's good Nellie is there too. She knows where to find everything. Matti shyly gives Lady Dorincourt a warm hug. That's nice. I feel as though I have already acquired a new family and a splendid grandson. Now, run along and get those forms. Don't worry, I will. And thank you, Omi, thank you. So when Mrs. Williams heard about the decision of Lady Dorincourt not to stay in the hospital, she advised her, telling that she had a good doctor and a good cook to take care. So she asked her to follow what the doctor ordered. Then Dorincourt told Matthias that he could bring his parents and that she could sign those papers, and then she allowed him to bring his parents, and Matthias thanked her. Omi? What is Omi? It's German for grandma. Soon it will be just like the old days at Dorincourt Hall before my children left. I feel better already. When Matthias addressed her Omi, Mrs. Williams did not know the meaning of Omi, so she asked Lady Dorincourt the meaning of that. And she said that it was a German word. It means grandma. And she said that soon the days will be like the past days in Dorincourt. She will have people to take care of her, and there will be so many people around her. And it will be like those days before her children left her. She also said that she feel better that day.